Hi everyone, Professor Gustin here. We're in human biology and today's my birthday. So I thought I'd put a birthday cake. Where is it? There we go. Anyway, I just thought that'd be fun. Hopefully I'll get some cake before the end of the day. But what I wanted to talk about was your exam number 1. And the exam came out pretty much as it usually does, as I expected, that a lot of people did really well. There were some students that really excel and knew what they were doing. And then a lot of people didn't do very well and possibly didn't get the grade they expected. And this is pretty normal for exam number 1. And there are some things that you can do to change that. First of all, if you don't do well on an exam, it's not the end of the world. We have a lot of grades in this class, and you notice that even if you didn't do well on the exam, your grades so far might still be pretty good because you've been doing the weekly assignments. Remember, a lot of those lab assignments and the lecture assignment are like the virtual labs and lecture assignments. You get 100% on them if you just do them. So there's a lot of points in this class that can boost those test grades. Despite that, you still might need to get your test grades up a little bit or a lot. And there's a couple things you can do. One is go look at what you got wrong. If you can't figure out how to do that, I put a section in the syllabus that says, how do I know what I got wrong on a test? And look that up. It's a section in your syllabus. And as long as you're looking at that after the due date of the test, it will show you what questions you got wrong. It's not uncommon for students to say, oh, well, I knew that. I just blanked out while I was taking the test, or, oh, that's familiar, and yeah, oh, I should have known that. I should have known that. If you're doing that when you're looking at what you got wrong, it's very likely that maybe you crammed too much in too short of a time and you've heard of it all, but you just didn't give yourself time to remember it. Remember, when you're studying, you want to study over a couple of days. Study, sleep, let that material kind of soak in. Cramming a lot before you take a test doesn't necessarily help a lot because it puts a lot of things in your head, jumbles them up, and then you forget them quickly. So try to give yourself time to study. Make sure when you take your test that you're well rested. A lot of people wait till the last minute to take their test. I see people taking tests at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, and I don't know how you do that. Think of what time of day you're at your mental best. It's usually not that late for most people. So treat yourself well, give yourself enough time to study. If you looked at what you got wrong and said, oh, I have no idea how I would have gotten that right, then something went wrong with either your note taking or your understanding of what I was presenting. So that might mean you have to pay a little bit more attention and take a little bit better notes, use those lecture videos, or it might mean that you need some help with the material. So you can always contact me and we can talk about concepts that you don't understand, or you can make an appointment with someone at the Learning Center, and they have virtual appointments and live appointments that you can have get a CCC tutor to help you. So there are science tutors there. So, and they're ready to help you out. So consider one of those. If you totally can't figure out why you didn't do well on the test and how to do better next time, email me and we can talk about it, or call me and I can try to help you troubleshoot. But for most people, I think most people say, yeah, I know I should have studied more. And it's really just that. Biology has a lot of vocabulary and has a lot of concepts. It's a little bit different than a lot of your classes, so it can take some time. Reach out if you think there's anything I can do to help you. Have a great week and take care. And I really hope you do better. Apply what you have to do a little bit better on the next test. Most people's grades do improve after the first test, but you've got to change something for that to happen. Good luck. Bye-bye.